Hi, I'm Sebastian Gomes here in Caesarea Philippi, about an hour's drive north of Capernaum on the Sea of Galilee, where Jesus spent most of his time. But he also made his way up here with his disciples, and they had a conversation that was one of the most important in the entire history of the church. This territory was given to Herod the Great by Caesar Augustus in around 20 BC. Herod in turn passed it on to one of his sons, Philip. And Philip renamed it Caesarea Philippi, basically Caesar and after himself, Philip. But it also has another very important name, and today it goes by Banias, which is a corruption of an ancient word Panias, which comes from the word Pan, who is actually an ancient Greek god. And from the time of Jesus, even before the time of Jesus, a few centuries before Jesus' time, there was a sanctuary here, or a temple, to that Greek god Pan, who was a fertility god. Now, the reason why this location is so important and why a temple was built here in the first place is because a natural spring shoots out of the rock. It's one of a few springs that feeds the Jordan River, which is one of the most, if not the most important natural water source in all of Israel, and it was at Jesus' time as well. It flows all the way down through the Sea of Galilee. In ancient pagan belief, the people also believed that the spring coming out of the rock was also a gateway or a doorway to the netherworld, to Hades. So when Jesus came up here with his disciples, they were coming into a hustling, bustling, cult-like situation where many people would be around worshiping these different pagan gods. And Matthew, the evangelist, tells the story in this way. Now, when Jesus came into the district of Caesarea Philippi, he asked his disciples, "Who do people say that the Son of Man is?" And they said, "Some say John the Baptist, others Elijah, and still others Jeremiah or one of the prophets." And he said to them, "But who do you say that I am?" Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." And Jesus answered him, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven. And I tell you, you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not prevail against it. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven, and whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven." Then he sternly ordered the disciples not to tell anyone that he was the Messiah. So it's against this backdrop, this active pagan temple worshiping scene, that Jesus poses the ultimate question: who do people say that I am? With all these other gods around, who do people say that I am? It's a very provocative question, and he puts it to his own disciples. And Peter is the one who makes the proclamation about who he really is, his true identity, the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And then Jesus says, "Peter, you are right, and because you have recognized this in me, I will give you the keys to the kingdom of heaven. You will be the rock on which I build my church." This is the whole foundation of the Petrine ministry, the Petrine primacy, and our sense of revere and sense of authority that we have for the Pope in the Catholic Church. It's a fascinating thing. Now, if you read the rest of the Gospels, you see that Peter is not always the most observant of the disciples, but here he gets it right. And Jesus tells him that he will have a very important role in the rest of his life, symbolically, as the foundation of the church. And this is one of the great paradoxes about Peter, one of the head of the disciples and the rock of the church. I want to just leave you with a fascinating commentary by G.K. Chesterton, who said this about Peter and about this specific incident that happened here in the conversation that he had with Jesus. He said, "When Christ at a symbolic moment was starting his great society, he chose as its foundation neither the brilliant Paul nor the mystic John, but a shuffler, a snob, and a coward. In a word, a man. And on this rock he has built his church, and the gates of Hades have not prevailed against it. All the other kingdoms and the empires have failed because of this one inherent weakness, that they were built upon strong men or by strong men. But this one thing, the historic Christian church, was built on a weak man, and for that reason it's indestructible, because no chain is stronger than its weakest link." In Caesarea Philippi, I'm Sebastian Gomes.